For decades, Japanese motorcycles have ruled American roads. Reliable, refined, and unbeatable. But a quiet storm is brewing. China isn't just catching up, it's stepping in with bikes that are smarter, faster, and wildly affordable. These 17 Chinese motorcycles aren't knockoffs, they're the future. Guess what? The next bike you want might not come from Tokyo, but from Chongqing. Let the takeover begin. Starting at number 1 is the SRK700. Straight out of China's performance lab, this naked beast doesn't whisper sporty. It screams it. The moment you lay eyes on it, you know this isn't your average mid-weight. It's slim, sharp, and menacing, like a mantis ready to strike. With full LED optics and a razor-cut front end, the SRK700 turns heads before it even starts. Sure, the front has some Italian influence, we see you, Ducati Street Fighter, but QJ gave it their own savage twist. The cockpit? Sleek LCD display with a subtle rear fairing, clean, modern, and perfectly in tune with the bike's aggressive stance. It's not all bark. Underneath is a 693cc twin-cylinder heart pumping out 73 HP. Enough juice to scare off Yamaha's MT-07 and make Honda's CB650R sweat. Traction control, ride modes, a 6-speed gearbox, and inverted forks. QJ didn't skimp. This bike is built to move and make a scene while doing it. Riders get a carved-out saddle at just 790mm high, low, comfy, and made to flick through corners. Your passenger? Well, they'll be more of a decoration. With a 15L tank, aggressive side scoops, and premium touches throughout, the SRK700 isn't just a Chinese contender. It's a street fighter with a purpose. But if you thought that was sharp, wait till you meet the one that prefers long roads and endless horizons. Number 16 is the Zongshin RX6 Cyclone. Zongshin isn't new to the game. They've been building solid machines for decades, and now they're taking the global stage. In America, the RX3 made waves, but the RX6? That's a full-on upgrade. This is an adventure sport machine that punches directly at the Kawasaki Versys 650 and Suzuki V-Strom. And with 70 HP from its detuned 650cc twin, it delivers real-world touring power. What sets it apart is a list of premium features at a wild value. You get keyless ignition, a Bluetooth-ready TFT display, and an electronically adjustable windscreen, gear normally found on much pricier machines. Add in Kayaba-sourced upside-down forks and Bosch ABS with pedal discs, and you've got a touring bike that punches far above its class. The RX6 rides on 17-inch alloy wheels, built more for roads than rocks. But its upright posture, wide bars, and windscreens take me somewhere far. You even get a slick split seat and side-slung exhaust. And yes, it looks sharp enough to stand tall next to any Japanese rival. From Russia to the UK, it's sold under different names like Lex Moto. In the US, you might know it as the CSC RX6. Different name, same beast. And America's just waking up to it. Touring is about to get a whole lot more Chinese. Now, imagine a street fighter that doesn't just pose, it performs. The next one does exactly that. At number 15, we have the Voge 525R. At first glance, this bike turns heads. Everything about it screams tension and motion, from the sharp tank lines to the tight rear hull. It looks fast, just standing still. Built by Voge, the premium arm of Lonsin, the 525R brings some serious firepower to the middleweight naked segment. It runs a 494cc parallel twin, pumping out 47 HP, enough to keep newer riders thrilled and experienced ones satisfied. And it's not just about speed. The styling is bold, modern, and dialed in. You get full LED lighting, an aesthetic engine finish, and a new color LCD dash that lets you pick from orange, blue, or gray themes. Plus, there's a USB port for charging your phone or GPS, practical touches riders love. Under the skin, Voge isn't cutting corners. You get upside-down forks, a slipper clutch, and Pirelli Angel tires. 120 up front, 150 at the rear for precise handling. None of that bigger for looks nonsense here. It weighs in at 198 kilos, which is a bit on the heavy side. But for what you're getting, build quality, features, and that Street Fighter style, the trade-off feels worth it. Why chase the MT-07 or Z500 when the 525R just lapped them in style? Feeling the heat? You should, because what's coming packs 4 cylinders and 0 apologies. And if you like your bikes fast, fierce, and a little rebellious, number 14 is the BD500. Known as the Benda Dark Flag, this bike isn't your average mid-displacement machine. It's packing a 496cc V4 engine, a setup so rare at this price, it almost feels illegal. Yes, a V4 from China. The design? Straight out of a sci-fi film. With sharp gills on the tank, sculpted lines, and a full-color TFT display, the Dark Flag looks like it should cost double. But it's not all about looks. This beast comes fully loaded. You get traction control, ABS, and cruise control for confident, long-distance rides. A ride-by-wire throttle ensures precise response, while the slipper clutch smooths out aggressive downshifts. And yes, it even packs an electronically controlled air suspension. A rare find in this class, delivering comfort and control with futuristic flair. That's tech usually reserved for high-end European cruisers. Oh, and let's not forget the shaft drive. Clean, durable, and perfect for touring. Benda calls it a sport cruiser, but it's really a shot fired at icons like the Yamaha VMAX and Ducati Diavel just at a fraction of the cost. It's muscular, it's futuristic, and it shows exactly how far Chinese engineering has come. The Dark Flag 500 isn't following the crowd, it's charging ahead with a V4 roar. Ready for something with a little more bite? The next one brings triple the thrill. Coming in the 13th place is the Zante 703F. Forget the budget stigma. The 703F is a high-tech, high-performance middleweight that's ready to go head-to-head with Japan's best. Its 699cc inline triple makes a punchy 97 horsepower, and the engine draws clear inspiration from Yamaha's MT-09, without being a direct clone. This bike doesn't just rely on power. It's loaded with next-gen features you rarely see under $9,000. There's a 7-inch TFT screen, keyless start, dual dash cams, and even a quick shifter. That's sport touring luxury, not entry-level compromise. It gets better. Zantis went all on convenience. You get electronic releases for the seat and gas cap, an electric windscreen, and standard heated grips. Safety? Covered. The 703F comes with traction control, ABS, cornering lights, auto headlights, and tire pressure monitoring. And here's the kicker. It even includes rear-facing radar with blind spot detection, flashing alerts right into your mirrors. That's serious touring tech on a Chinese bike. Sure, some fine-tuning remains, but Zantis is aiming big with the 703F. It's not just China catching up, it's China leaping ahead. You've seen sporty, now let's take a detour into the rugged. Next up at number 12 is the Benelli TRK72X. Powered by a 693cc parallel twin, this bike delivers 76 HP with strong low-end torque that makes city rides effortless and highway cruising smooth. The engine's mid-range punch and responsive handling let you carve corners with confidence. But the TRK702X isn't just about power, it's about comfort. The ergonomics are dialed in. Wide handlebars, upright posture, and a plush seat perfect for long days in the saddle. It's the kind of bike that makes you want to keep riding. Need practicality? You've got it. The bright LED lights, metal handguards, and included luggage scream utility, and the side and center stands are a rare bonus in this price range. It's also adventure-ready. The KYB suspension, wire spoke wheels, and high ground clearance let you leave the pavement behind when the mood strikes. It won't replace a full-on dirt bike, but for gravel and light trails, it's more than capable. With US availability on the rise and prices around $7,500 to $8,800, the TRK72X delivers serious value without cutting corners. Smooth on pavement, tough on dirt. The TRK702X is ready for America's backroads and beyond. Comfort is one thing, but style and substance? That's where the next machine lives. Number 11 is the Brixton Cromwell 1200X. This isn't just another vintage lookalike. Underneath that throwback styling is a 1222cc parallel twin engine pushing 83 HP and a hefty 80 potorobati of torque. That's serious punch wrapped in classic cool. Inspired by the Crossfire line, the Cromwell 1200X brings modern muscle to timeless design. The split LED headlight, upper fairing, and sculpted tank scream cafe meets cruiser with a British edge, built not just to be seen, but to be heard. It rides as good as it looks. KYB suspension, Bosch ABS, and cruise control give it modern handling and long-haul comfort. You also get multiple ride modes, adapting power delivery to your mood or the road. This bike is gunning for icons like the Yamaha XSR900 and Kawasaki Z900 RS, but with a sharper edge and a deeper growl. And at around $12,000, it could undercut the competition with ease. No US dealers just yet, but Brixton's momentum is building. Once it hits American roads, the Cromwell 1200X could be the dark horse in the retro race. It's bold, it's beautiful, and it's coming for the crown. Just when you thought they couldn't go bigger, they drop an engine that's more cruise ship than cruiser. In the 10th spot is the Great Wall SO2000. This is China's boldest shot yet at the big leagues. Meet the world's first flat-8 motorcycle, packing a 2000cc V8 and aimed straight at the Honda Goldwing. The numbers are wild: 154 horsepower, 140 lb-ft of torque, and a top speed of 130 mph. That's serious grunt, more powerful than the Goldwing and just as comfortable. It's built for grand touring, but with jetliner muscle under the seat. And this thing is loaded. You get an 8-speed DCT, adaptive suspension, 360-degree cameras, and tech straight out of a luxury car. At nearly 1,000 pounds, it's no featherweight, but that mass brings presence, stability, and pure highway dominance. Even the engine's code name, GW8P68MYL, is a flex. GW for Great Wall Motors, 8 for 8 cylinders, and 68 for the bore size. This thing wasn't borrowed or copied, it was built in-house, and it's blazing a new trail. The craziest part? In China, it's priced around $4,000. That's not just competitive, it's disruptive. Honda felt that tremor because China just dropped a heavyweight, and it's not here to play. Torque was fun, but now it's time to talk tech. The next one? Think smart, really smart. Number 9 is the Cyclone RX650. It doesn't shout on paper. 70 HP and 649cc won't melt faces. But what it lacks in punch, it makes up for in pure, unapologetic tech. Think of it as the Swiss Army knife of adventure bikes. The Cyclone RX650 comes loaded with serious tech. It features cornering ABS for confident braking through curves, and traction control to keep you steady on tricky terrain. An up and down quick shifter delivers smooth, clutchless gear changes, while blind spot monitoring adds an extra layer of safety. Cruise control makes long rides more relaxed. And yes, keyless ignition brings a modern, hassle-free start to every journey. It even comes with dual cameras and integrated navigation, straight from the factory. The 7.9 inches of suspension travel and monoshock setup make it more than just a commuter. It's trail-ready and built to roam. Zongshin didn't just build a bike, they built a smart bike for under $6,000. That's less than a used Versys with half the features. Sure, it's not in the US yet, but in Asia, it's already drawing serious attention. The RX650 proves one thing: China isn't just copying anymore. They're innovating, and the world better start watching. All that adventure might leave you craving something laid back, but make it cool. Number 8 is the SRV 550 ST. This bike blends old-school style with modern tech, designed for riders who want comfort, presence, and just enough punch. Powered by a 549cc liquid-cooled V-twin, it delivers 61 HP. That's enough for spirited city rides and relaxed highway cruising. The belt drive system is a smart move. low maintenance, smooth, and perfect for future cruiser converts. The ST brings that classic cruiser feel. You have forward set pegs, wide saddle, high bars, and a long steel frame. It's built for easy riding with a relaxed stance. And while the pillion seat is more of a formality, the main seat offers comfort for all sizes. But this isn't just a vintage throwback. The SRV 550 ST adds a full-color TFT screen with Bluetooth, turn-by-turn navigation, and even tire pressure monitoring. LED lighting keeps it sharp and visible, day or night. Underneath, it uses a telescopic front fork and monoshock rear for basic but balanced suspension. Dual-disc brakes offer decent stopping power, while 17-inch cast wheels complete the clean look. At under $7,000, the SRV 550 ST is ideal for younger riders who want cruiser vibes without Harley-Davidson prices. It's currently import-only in the US, but bikes like this don't stay off the radar for long. Let's turn it up again. This next machine borrows Bavarian brawn, but with an Eastern twist. Number 7 is Voge 900 DSX. This Chinese ADV isn't just competing, it's outgunning. It runs the same 895cc twin found in the BMW F900 GS, but delivers it at a much lower price. This isn't a stripped-down version either. It's fully loaded out of the box. Cruise control, heated grips and seat, crash bars, a center stand, even a 3-piece luggage set included. No costly add-ons here. The 7-inch TFT display features Bluetooth, TPMS, and a built-in dash cam. Add radar blind spot detection, and you're looking at tech normally reserved for premium bikes. The ride? Smooth and responsive. The KYB suspension eats up terrain with 8.3 inches of travel and a 21-inch front wheel. Brembo brakes add serious stopping power, while the slick quickshifter makes gear changes effortless. Despite its size, the 900 DSX is surprisingly easy to manage. The ergonomics are adventure-ready, and long rides feel relaxed and controlled. Best of all, the Voge undercuts rivals like the Africa Twin and Tiger 900 by thousands, without compromising quality. With real-world capability and premium parts, the 900 DSX isn't just catching up, it's aiming to lead. Big bike feel, small bike price with zero compromises. You've seen adventure. Now how about adrenaline? What's next is fast, furious, and frighteningly close to the edge. Number 6 is SRK 1000 RC. This is a superbike with serious swagger. It looks Italian, it sounds brutal, and it's Chinese. Performance? Its sharp lines and low, aggressive stance scream MV Agusta F3, but the styling turns up the volume with a more angular, futuristic edge. A twin-pod LED headlight leads the charge. Behind it, the muscular tank, sculpted fairings, and single-sided swing arm give the bike a hunched-over, ready-to-launch silhouette. Dual underseat exhausts finish the look with flair. But this isn't just about appearances. Under the carbon bodywork lies a detuned MV Agusta engine, a 1078cc inline-4, good for 144 horsepower and 78 Lb-ft of torque. That's super bike level power, just slightly softened. With a wet weight of 437 pounds, Brembo brakes, and a premium frame, the SRK 1000 RC promises a nimble, controlled ride. It may not go toe-to-toe with a Yamaha R1 or ZX-10R yet, but it's closer than you'd expect. The best part? It's coming to the US via SSR Motorsports. If the pricing lands right, it could rattle cages in the leader bike world. Italian flavor, Chinese firepower, global ambitions. Now let's slow it down and strip it back, because minimal can still mean menacing. Moving on to number 5 is the Benda Napoleon 500. This beast, especially in its bobber form, is turning heads. With its low stance, teardrop tank, and single seat, it nails that stripped-back bobber style. But this isn't just retro for the sake of it. There's real substance underneath. It packs a 475cc V-twin with a belt drive for smooth, low-maintenance cruising. A deep exhaust note gives it the growl to match its attitude. The ride is further elevated by dual front discs with ABS, traction control, and a slick TFT display. One of its most eye-catching touches? The flying wing handlebars. a clever mashup of clip-on looks with cruiser comfort. It may not be ideal for long-haul rides, but it's perfect for short to mid-range trips around town or open-road jaunts. Gold detailing on the engine, forks, and wheels adds a dose of flash. The sheathed-style suspension nods to vintage design while offering modern performance, and a single rear shock adds preload adjustability. It's easy to ride, comfortable at moderate speeds, and stands out at any bike meet. For around $6,500, the Napoleon 500 brings premium looks, modern tech, and entry-level cruiser performance, now available in the US through boutique importers. This bobber means business, from muscle to mini. The next bike proves that small size doesn't mean small swagger. Number 4 is the Bullet Hero 125. This mini scrambler oozes cool without draining your wallet. Designed in Belgium, built in China, it blends retro charm with urban practicality. For around 2,500 pesos, or $3,200, you get pure street style on a budget. The Hero runs a 125C air-cooled single, making 11.5 horsepower. Sure, it's no rocket, but it's learner-legal, fuel-efficient, and mechanically reliable, thanks to its old-school Suzuki-based engine. It's built around a steel tube frame, fitted with off-road style suspension and knobbly tires. Handling is light, though a bit vague at higher speeds. No ABS, just linked brakes. But hey, it's built to a price. What makes it shine is the design. Super trap-style exhaust, race-style number plates, and iconic liveries like Martini Racing or Gulf Blue give it serious curb appeal. This isn't about blistering speed. It's about turning heads, parking proud, and having fun. The 5-speed gearbox keeps things simple, and the bouncy suspension actually works fine for city cruising and backroad exploring. For new riders or city dwellers looking for style without splurging, the Hero 125 delivers. It's a reminder that motorcycling can be fun, affordable, and stylish, all at once. In the right paint job, it punches way above its weight. Still stuck on style? Good, because the next one delivers adventure without the attitude. At number 3 is the Zantis T310. In the growing world of lightweight adventure bikes, the Zantis T310 brings big value. Competing with the BMW G310 GS, this Chinese-built ADV punches way above its price tag. It's powered by a 312cc water-cooled single, making 34 horsepower. That may sound modest, but with a dry weight under 160 kgs, it feels lively and agile on the road. You get Bosch switchable ABS, a braced alloy swing arm, and sharp ADV styling. Not to mention the alloy wheels and full LED lighting. Tech lovers will appreciate the extras. Keyless ignition, electrically adjustable windscreen, rider modes, and even a lithium battery come standard. For a bike under $5,200, that's impressive. The LCD dash is clear and modern. It looks more premium than bikes that cost $1,000 more. Whether you're a commuter, weekend explorer, or new rider, the T310 is built for everyday adventure. Sure, dealer support isn't as widespread as big-name brands, and aftermarket parts take more effort to find. But the T310 delivers a full-featured experience at a fraction of the cost. Smart, affordable, and packed with features, the Zantis T310 is ready to ride. We're nearly there. But before we hit the top, here's one that turns simplicity into an art form. Number 2 is the Herald Cafe 125. This machine is all about charm on a budget. It's a classically styled roadster that punches well above its price point. Designed in Cambridgeshire and built to UK spec in China, it blends vintage looks with just enough modern flair. At its core is a 125cc air-cooled single, paired with a 5-speed gearbox. Power is modest at 10 horsepower, but its ultra-light 126 kg dry weight makes it zippy enough for urban traffic. The setup is simple: twin shocks, conventional forks, and a steel frame. You'll also find a single front disc with linked braking for added safety. It's not just bare bones though. A white-faced tacho, LED lighting, and Racetech adjustable suspension raise the spec. The 12-liter tank, in gloss red, finishes it off with a premium touch. The Cafe 125 isn't made for highways, but for buzzing through city streets or weekend rides, it's a joy to flick around. Low power? Yes, but also low cost, low maintenance, and crazy efficient. At just $3,200, it's hard to argue. If you're after a cool-looking commuter or beginner-friendly cafe racer without breaking the bank, the Herald Cafe 125 hits the sweet spot. And now, the final entry. It's tiny, it's fierce, and it's got enough retro flair to start a riot. Number 1 is MASH 125 Dirt Track. Number 1 is MASH 125 Dirt Track. The MASH 125 Dirt Track isn't just another entry-level bike. It's a stylish throwback built for new riders who want to stand out. Born in France, built in China, it nails the balance between affordability and cool. At just 112 kg dry, it's feather-light and fun to toss around. Power comes from a simple air-cooled 125cc single, pumping out close to 12 horsepower. Not blistering fast, but quick enough to make city streets and twisty roads feel alive. What sets it apart is style. This isn't your average beginner bike. With a flat tracker handlebar, racing wet-style tires, and retro side panels, it looks like it rolled off a 1970s dirt track. Even the headlight is tucked in a number plate, giving it a true race-ready vibe. Underneath, it's basic, linked disc brakes, steel frame, and simple suspension. But for around $3,500 USD, you're paying more for the bold design than high-end tech. This bike isn't about spec sheets, it's about attitude. If you want to look like a legend at your local cafe or on your commute, the MASH 125 Dirt Track is your shortcut to two-wheeled swagger without torching your wallet. China's not coming for the crown, they're already wearing it. These 17 bikes prove the future of motorcycling isn't just Japanese alone. Curious what Americans are riding right now? Check out our 20 most sold motorcycles in the USA and see what these newcomers are up against.